Good morning, buongiorno, bonsoir. Welcome to Life's Questions and Lessons. I am your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited and grateful that you are here with me today. This podcast is unedited because life is unedited. As always, we'll get started with a question and whatever activity you engage in to explore your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, please feel free to do. So today's first question is, where can I worry less? Where can I worry less? So I recently stumbled upon a book, and the real me, or my spirit, would really say, you didn't stumble upon it. It was you. You were called to that book. You were led to that book. But either way, the book was titled, or excuse me, is titled "Don't Worry, Make Money" by Richard Carlson, PhD. And he is the same author of Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. So if you're familiar with that book, same around the same vein. And I love that book. And one of the reasons I really enjoyed that, and I'm enjoying this book, is it's not a read like a front to back. I really think, and I hope this is how he wrote it, because this is the way that I'm taking in the information, is you kind of read a chapter, you read a few pages of each topic, and you let that information sink in. So it almost reminds me of like a reference manual where you can take those ideas and that resource and apply it into your life. And then you come back and, slowly build upon those ideas and concepts. But it reminded me of the question of, where in my life would I really benefit from worrying less? So the long question of today, and another way you can really ask this question is, what areas of my life would benefit from me worrying less? And I think a lot of times we really don't notice ourselves worrying. I know I work very hard to live a low stress life. But I worry, and I'm definitely aware when it gets to be a little bit more worrisome that I'm worrying. But I definitely worry from time to time. And I think as I'm thinking about my journey right now, worry definitely seeps into my physical health. I am very, very, what do I want to say? I'm trying to think about how to say this without it turning into a very long episode. I take care. I really do. I take a lot of time in my day before, my day really gets started, at the end of my day, to really focus on centering and focusing my mind, my emotions, my physical body, my spirit. It's those elements, and those most important elements of what makes us, those elements that make us who we are. I spend a lot of time in those spaces. So for me to be worried about my physical health says a lot, because I take a lot of care of my physical health. But I have some problems that keep coming back around. And I do find myself worrying about those issues and conditions, probably more so now, because I feel like I'm so good, like I'm doing so well. I work out. I just hired a personal trainer, thank God. So I'm doing those sessions twice a week. I have a nutritionist. Like I'm doing all the things, but I am dealing with some chronic pain and some inflammation and some things where my body is just really out of alignment, and it doesn't really make sense for the lifestyle that I live. So that's definitely leading me to some worry. So that's where my mind goes. And I think as I continue to journal on this question and explore this question for myself in curiosity, because as you notice, what I was just saying was pretty judgmental. So I need to remind myself to explore these questions in curiosity. I think what I will find is there is some peace there that comes from just letting go, knowing that everything will be fine. everything will work out the way it's supposed to. I really do believe that. So it's really just reminding myself of that. But definitely give yourself the grace and some time with this question if you feel like it's helpful to really look at the areas of your life or the areas of yourself so that, your mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, social, the spaces that you occupy, so environmental as well, if that's helpful. Or if it's just like where I was talking to you and I realized, oh, I know exactly where, I could benefit from worrying less. So whatever comes up for you, and really dig into that and explore where these questions take you, and trust yourself, trust your intuition as these insights come to you. So those were the questions I had on my heart today. Really hope this was helpful. Wherever you are listening to my words, please rate, review, and share this podcast. If this was helpful for you, it is probably going to be helpful for somebody else. And until next time, take care.